It's UPBOptionMillionaires.com. Thursday, December 17, 2015. Solar City, look at this, folks. The, anatomy of a short squeeze here. Solar City up another $4 off yesterday's closing price. Look at this. It got so frantic early on that we have a big spike up to $64 a share, $7 off the current trading price. Unbelievable. And if you go back a couple weeks, JB at OptionMillionaires.com, talking about this one, some unusual share action, whereas there's more shares short than is available to be shorted. Is that crazy? Well, guess what? That was down about here. $25, $28, $29, $30, $32, $34, $36, $38, $40, $52. Look at this parabolic move. Folks, the anatomy of a short squeeze. You dissect a pig when you're in 10th, 11th grade, 9th, 8th. I don't know. It depends, your progress in school. And if you look at the short squeeze, here's the anatomy of it. We're getting a massive move off the lows. Volume's picking up. A lot more shares out there shorted than there's available to be covered. Oh. And you have Elon Musk buying back shares. So what else do we have out there, folks? Heavily shorted names that look poised for a massive short squeeze heading into year's end. You look at stocks that have been really beaten down throughout 2015. And guess what? Heading into year's end, what better time to lock in profits? The only way shorts can lock in profits is buying back stock. Which is something that GoPro has been doing after the November announcement, their earnings announcement that actually caused the stock to plummet. They're buying $300 million of their own stock. There was an article talking about it yesterday saying, hey, how stupid is that for a corporation that makes $400 million in revenue to be buying back $300 million of its own stock? What does that tell you? You get a corporation like Home Depot, has been around for years, has all this capital rolling around. They don't know what to do with it. So what they do is buy back $18 billion, Home Depot does, of their own stock to augment their stock price and offset some of the, money they're doling out to their executives. Same thing we're seeing here with GoPro. But guess what? GoPro, on the flip side of Home Depot, is heavily shorted. There is a lot of shares out there that's going to have to be covered. So if you think about the corporation buying back the stock, that's going to initiate some sort of a short squeeze. On top of it, we're heading into year's end, people locking in profits. So we have GoPro. I'm in some calls there. How about Wayfair? Wayfair has been really beaten down. You can see it's coming back here. Heavily shorted names. Support is held. This is something that looks like it could break out to $50, $54. Another one I really like. If you think about GameStop from a perspective, hey, everything's going online. Why do I need a brick and mortar store to buy my games? Everything's getting downloaded. That's why the shorts are heavily into this name. Got beaten down. Look at this. $30 just bounced off it recently. Love this for at least a gap fill. I'm not asking for the world here. I'm not asking for 47 or 46, but the gaps get filled. Look at this. We had a gap up back in June. Gap got filled. We got another gap down. Is that gap going to get filled? That's something else to keep an eye on. Heavily shorted name. If somebody wants to manipulate something, these shorted names seem to do the trick. And you know what? I don't have the capital to be manipulating a short squeeze, but I'm going to get some calls here for gap fill here. Maybe a gap fill here. Would that be crazy? We'll go back in this video a couple months from now, and we'll see if that gap fill did indeed happen. UPBOptionMillionaires.com. So as we head into year's end, I think some of the heavily shorted names, GameStop, Solar City, is already seeing just a massive short squeeze. Some of the retail names, we have Wayfair. And look at Netflix. Netflix was one of the more heavily shorted names back in the financial crisis of 2009. You want to look at a heavily shorted name? Netflix. Look no further than Netflix was at $20 a share back in the financial crisis. I remember getting calls back then. Look at it. And we started to break out 2009 to $50. We pulled back down to 2012, 2013. And then look at this rally. Heavily shorted name. Same with Tesla. So, all right, UPBOptionMillionaires.com. Trading day is going to start in 15 minutes. Opening bell. Heavily shorted names. I think it's going to be a great theme heading into the close of 2015. Goodbye.